How does Ricky Glenn win this fight?
Ooh, Derek, maintaining the range and keeping the speed up, man. Have Drew Dober as far away for where you can do damage and he can't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Ricky Glenn has a 3-inch, 4-inch reach advantage. He's going to be the taller guy. Oh no, excuse me, not reach advantage, height advantage. 5'8" to 6 foot. Ricky Glenn will be the bigger fighter going in there, and if he's able to maintain that range, cut the corners, and actually rotate instead of let Drew Dober get to the hips, he's going to find success. We've seen a lot of fighters be able to stuff the takedowns or at least avoid the takedowns of Drew Dober and find success. Even in that King Green fight you were mentioning, Derek, Bobby Green was doing work. He was doing work. You just cannot let Drew Dober get a second of momentum, because once he does, he's a downhill dog, or I guess the snowball's a better effect, because this guy just keeps on rolling and going. He is hungry in there, and that's what worries me for Ricky Glenn, because you're right, Derek. I thought he retired too. I'm pretty sure it was on the MMA roster list, but we'll see, because he always, even if he's out, he's never really out of the fight, Derek. Ricky Glenn is an absolute warrior, is a savage. He has the power to get it done. We'll see if he still has the speed and the accuracy to actually touch that chin of Drew Dober. But to that point, Derek, Drew Dober, I mean, when's the last time he was knocked out? It was the last fight against Frivola. Yeah, my bad. But do you think Ricky Glenn has that same kind of pop that Frivola has? I think he used to, but what about now? Do you see the knockout happening?
Well, here's the sad part, man. You can't forget Ricky Glenn's 34 years old, bro. He's not an old man by like any stretch of the imagination. It's just like he's fought guys where you're like, yo, like you fought OGs, man. Like if you take a trip down memory lane, this dude fought Evan Dunham. Like, bro, this was back in 2016 too, so it wasn't that long ago. But it's like, man, all right, we got some names right there. All right, okay. Here's the point, man. Do I think that Ricky Glenn can chin Drew Dober? Yes, he's coming off of a knockout. Both guys are coming off of a knockout, so I guess it makes sense why this fight is matched up here. I just think that sitting in the pocket against Drew Dober is not the right game plan at this stage of his career for both fighters, because Drew Dober is that indomitable force who pretty much, man, has the crimson chin aside from a couple of lapses of judgment. I don't know, man. I don't have much to say on this fight. I don't want to disrespect Ricky Glenn whatsoever, but I think Drew Dober is a clear favorite for a reason. The opening line stuck, man. -440, +340 comeback for Ricky Glenn. I like Drew Dober here. I would imagine it's going to be a knockout, but how much are you buying into that -175 TKO prop for Drew Dober?
I just looked at it right now, Derek, and folks, if you've been watching the last couple weeks, you see my prop locks have been the minus money. So I'm a little hesitant. on that TKO finish, but I'm still taking it for this one because I think Drew Dober is going to be able to get to the hips, get this fight to the ground, and then actually finish this fight via TKO or knockout. That's the way I think it's most likely going to happen. But fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. I guess might do a little bit more research on Ricky Glenn. We'll see. What about you, Derek? You see some juice in that 170 or -175?
I mean, it's a knockout. You know what I mean? That's a highly likely way this fight ends. I just think unless Ricky Glenn does something miraculous, I don't know how long this fight's going to be dragging out, especially if Drew Dober's walking him down. I don't know, man. I don't like the bet. I wouldn't take the bet, but I do see it as the most likely outcome. This is a stay away for me too, man. And this is one thing that I want to advise for those who are watching. It's easy to say you guys should have a pick for every single fight and every single matchup, but anybody who's a true handicapper, anybody who actually is profitable, who makes money, you don't bet on every fight. Not every fight makes sense to bet on. This is one of those where it's almost too much of a layup, 2 southpaws against each other. I want to know who's going to be landing the big body shots, who's going to be winning that outside foot battle. I think it's going to be Drew Dober. I like Drew Dober, -440, and I'm just going to cash it in right there. What do you say?
I'm right there with you. This is a stay away for me as well. Like I said, I don't know if I'm banking on any more minus prop bets until they actually start being fruitful. I like Drew Dober all the way.